Hi there, I'm Will Kidd, and I'm here to give you a video walkthrough of our upcoming March 7th and 8th hybrid estate sale in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. A couple things you need to know right off the bat. A hybrid sale means that part of the items are bidding online and most of the items are in a tag sale in the house. So we'll have both, that's why it's a hybrid. And the second thing to know is it's kind of a hybrid on scheduling too. Friday, there's a lot of glassware in this house, so we're going to have Friday by appointment. The appointment scheduler is up, and last I looked, only a few of the slots have filled. All afternoon Friday is open. There's plenty of room to get an appointment, and anybody can get one and come to the sale. Saturday, we think enough of the glassware will be sold where we won't be terrified to have a bunch of people walking around in the house, so it's going to be open to the public. So if you're waiting to Saturday to come, watch the website. When we finish the sale Friday, we'll post the address after that, so we don't get a unappointmented rush in on the house. Okay, I'm going to give you a look around. The cool thing about this house is the more we staged, the more we found. So here's a look in the kitchen. Here's a beautiful set of Spode dishware that's bidding. There's going to be a bunch of jewelry here. I got a jewelry box. It's not photo, but there's quite a bit here. There's a lot of pretty glassware. There's a lot of dishes. There's a whole bunch of stuff in this sale that we didn't ever manage to get into the photos or the listing because it just kept breeding. I thought I was done with the photos, and then I'd find a whole bunch more. So you can see all around the kitchen we got good kitchenware, good dishes, cast iron, glassware. And if I go up in this kitchen, you'll see all around the top there's a bunch of pretty little needlepoint frames. There's a lot of hand-painted porcelain, European porcelain. Sorry, the lighting is backlit. It's kind of throwing it off. I'm going to spin around here. This piece across the room, this is one of the favorites in the bidding right now. It's a beautiful all glass china cabinet in oak. It's got the beautiful muntins on the doors. That's a beautiful piece. Mirrored back, nice antique piece. There's a little kitchen table here, and it's covered up with glassware. And if you look inside, some of the bidding glassware is in this cabinet, and a whole lot of it, it's really a lot of good early American pressed glass. That stuff is going to be tagged. There's a trivet collection here. If you like trivets, you want to come out and see those. There's a bunch. There's also a lot of pretty art, inexpensive but pretty. You'll see that on just about every wall in the house. Rolling into this bedroom, the beds is bidding. It's a beautiful, it's got turned sort of short posts on it, and then there's a vintage hats, vintage gloves, belts, and that sort of thing. This is the second of the Kindle pieces or chests. It's a much better picture here you're getting on video. There's just, you can see there's a lot of glare in the room from the lighting. That is a beautiful, immaculate piece of furniture. It's mirror back. It's bidding, and it's nowhere up to where it should be in the value. So if you're looking for a really, really handsome piece of furniture for your bedroom, that's a good one. There's two trunks in here. You can sort of see the size contrast here, which was a bit hard to do in the listing or in the auction photos, but you can see this one that I'm showing is a bit taller and wider than the one behind it. This chair came in at the last minute, found it. That's a beautiful piece. There's a real pretty little table that's tagged here. That one is red with some pretty decoration on it, and here's another pretty small table. All right, let's roll into the second bedroom. This bedroom, almost everything in it is bidding. I've got these set of 4 Hitchcock chairs. They're bidding. I've got this nice dresser. It's bidding. Now all this is Kindle. That's Kindel furniture, Kindle. So that dresser is bidding separately from the nightstands and separately again from the bed. So each listing on the website mentions these other pieces so you can understand what's going on. But to buy the bedroom complete, you'd have to win all 3 of the bidding. Now there's also these lamps, and you can see it's got this really pretty sort of blue egg glass in the bottom and fine brass body to it. So that is this bedroom. Now we're going to go into the living room. Now I'm going to apologize for the lighting. This house, we're running this sale in the daylight, and I'm taking pictures at night. This is a beautiful etagere that's bidding. All the little doodads on it are going to be in the tag sale. The Melodeon. Now this is a really cool piece. Most people have never seen one, and from our point of view right now, the bidding's very, very undervalued on it. But it is about a 3-octave keyboard here, and it's got pedals underneath. The right pedal pumps it up, and the left pedal controls volume. So that's pretty cool. Now this bench that's sitting next to it is actually not married to it. It just happens to be side by side. It's a cool piece. It's a slipper bench. It's meant to sit at the end of the bed, and you would just lift it up, keep your slippers in there, and you could sit back down and put your slippers on. Easy enough. There's 4 or 5 rockers in the house that are not part of the bidding. So you can come in here and buy beautiful caneback rockers. There's the 1867 Bible, it's bidding. There's another one of the rockers. There's a beautiful chair, it's bidding. The fern stands are bidding. The lamp is bidding. This oval table is bidding, but all the cool little tchotchkes on there are up for the tag sale. Beautiful white sofa here. That's going to be on bid, but the artwork in front of it, there's some cool books here. That stuff will be in the tag sale. Spinning around, we've got that beautiful fire screen with a stained glass in the middle of it. That's tagged. There's a beautiful chair there with needlepoint seat. That's tagged. Got a little humidor that's tagged. And here is a highlight of the sale. Sorry it's dark in here, but we'll have light on it when we run the sale. All the cruets. Most of these are blown glass cruets. Now that is distinct from cruets that are made in a mold, totally by machine. There was an artist blowing these, and that makes them much more collectible and interesting. And there's a pretty good selection, more than 60. I back up. Everything on the China hutch here is bidding, including the China hutch. That's got the carnival glass, the Jack in the Pulpit vase, one of the best bride baskets I've ever seen. But these pieces, we actually accidentally hid from ourselves, so we've got these tagged. There's a beautiful, so I can get up in on them, the Peacock Bowl. Carnival glass, that's over 100 years old, in excellent condition. There's more carnival glass. There's the little lovebirds, I guess a covered dish. There's another piece of beautiful Venetian glass. So all this will be tagged, and as will most of the items on this table, which is just fine serving pieces and the like. So also this set of beautiful chairs here is going to be bidding. There's some Ralph Lauren pen set there we found. It's kind of a random addition. I'm going to cruise up here. Finally, we get back into some light. This room, almost everything is in the tag sale. There's 2 sets of dishes. There's some great little snack sets there. And over on the other side, I'm going to have some interesting vintage, what do you call them, aprons and various linens. There is some several cameras. Now there's a Minolta set on the top. That Minolta is bidding, but underneath I've got the 8mm. There's another camera. There's an Olympus Super Zoom, I think they call it. Here's another Minolta AL with flash and everything in the box. We've got a bunch of old tubes down there. All this glassware is tagged. And I've got more of this in the other room. I forgot to mention it, but we've got a lot of Department 56 Village. Obviously, you can see they do have the lights working with these. They're all, I think I've got 18 bucks a piece, and there's about a dozen of them here. There's some other pretty furniture here, and all this furniture is tagged. Now, if I spin back around, we'll get into some bidding pieces. The floral chair is bidding. Octagonal table is bidding. There's a pretty little cabinet that's got a tag on it. The square table there is bidding. The chaise lounge is in the online auction, and both these beds, which are odd sizes, very antique beds, are in the online auction, as is, and I'll give you a closer look at this one. Came in kind of late, and it's just leaning on the wall there. That is an old-timey rope bed. Before anybody knew what a box spring was, you string rope across the bottom of it and a feather bed mattress up on the top. So that is a really cool piece, and I do have the right rails with it. This is my favorite piece in the house. This rocker right here with the cane back and bottom, that one is very old, very cool, very good condition, and it's in the online auction. Cruising through the next room here, just a couple of peeks. We do have the sort of typical stuff you find in the house. It's not all antiques. Got a lot of neat bathroom items, and but you know, tucked away in the bathroom, you'll find some really cool pieces like the vintage trunk case, and then there's another great wooden shelf. There's must be half a dozen or 8 of these cool shelves in the house, and you know, some plastic storage totes, walkers, lots of razors here, stuff like that. If I go across the hall, where have you ever seen 4 Electrolux vacuums standing side by side in one place? Since you know, since 1950, when they were all in a store together, they've probably never been like that. There's a great pressure cooker over there. I've got a freezer. And then there's, you know, a bunch of cool Christmas, random kitchen, and then we found this late in the game. It's not anywhere in the listing, but there's all kind of skeins of yarn, and I've got thread here as well. So you crafty folks may want to grab an appointment if you weren't planning to come into this sale, because there's a bunch of good buys on this stuff. Now I'm going to buzz into the last room here. This room is, as we've been staging, we call it the organ room. This is the antique organ. That's the Heron Company, and from Detroit. That is a great one. Then we found this piece up in the attic. We've got the little ukulele. It needs lots of love. I'm selling this sofa that it's sitting on. It's an older sofa, but it is a Serta. It's a good one. The two little shelves up on the wall there are both in the online auction. Then I've got the Yamaha keyboard. There's a Roland keyboard. All this is in the online auction. If you need the model numbers, just go there and look. There's a beautiful condition Hammond tone cabinet. It's a fancy name for a speaker that goes with an organ. And this is the organ everybody's fighting over. We'll see where the bidding goes. It's still probably got some, it's still at bargain price now. This is a Hammond B3. Kind of, it's like, I call it the ballpark organ. It's got that sound you hear, you know, them playing da-da-da-da-da-da in the ballparks. That's it's kind of famous for that. And then this is the Leslie Model 122 speaker or tone cabinet. That's a beauty. And they're all on the bidding. And then here's the other Hammond Model 340207, I believe it is. You can double check that on the online bidding. And then scooching around the corner here, we've got the Lawyer Stack bookcase. That's in the bidding, and of course it's covered up with cool tchotchkes and everything. All over this house you'll find music related decor, like this cool little guy up here on the wall. And we've got the Howard Miller grandfather clock. Oh, and this is great. Check this out. Last minute item comes out of the attic. Here's the Mattel Space Station, Mat Masters Space Station. I've got the Mat Masters, what's it called? The Firebolt gun and his little rover. Then we found G.I. Joe's Jeep with trailer and gun. We found G.I. Joe, skiing G.I. Joe. We found Army G.I. Joe with all of his boots and hats and duffel bags and everything. And then my favorite thing, maybe in the house, is next to the rocker anyway, is G.I. Joe's space capsule in the box. We got the outfit, we got everything. So this is awesome. There is also a Art Deco, real pretty wardrobe here, and there's more little doodads over here in the corner. Now, there's also a bomb shelter in this house. I'm not going to get a chance to show you the bomb shelter, but there's a bunch of stuff down there that's been down there for decades. So, although y'all like to root and haggle and dig in corners, you have a spot to make you happy in this sale. And then lastly, I just want to mention again that I do have a bunch of jewelry. There's fine jewelry. I'll have 10 14 karat gold here, probably some silver. I'll have loose gemstones. We bid some of these ladies' items in the last online auction if you saw it, and we'll have she's brought me some more here. It's all part of this house, but we just kind of spread it between a couple of sales. So come on out, get an appointment, or watch the website Friday night to get the address. Come on out and see us in Oak Ridge. Talk to you soon.